All right, what's good, everyone? Chop Talk episode 10 back with Dean Frank and Evan Neville. Today, I
How
just
we
wanted
doing?
a little preview for the Lakers and Nuggets games two, which is coming up quite shortly tonight. But yeah, it was a great game. I know you ended up catching it.
Yeah, I saw most of the first half, and then once they went on that big run and they were up by 20, I thought it was over. And then I checked my phone, and I was able to catch a lot of the fourth quarter when they were making that stomping comeback. So definitely a fun and exciting game to watch.
Yeah, dude, it was definitely mixed emotions for me throughout the whole game. Like we start the Lakers as a Lakers fan, obviously, we started off so slow. First three quarters were terrible.
Mhm.
We were down 20 at one point. And then yeah, I mean we won the fourth quarter, almost got the comeback. It wasn't enough, but we'll definitely get into that right now. So, Evan, you got what are your main takeaways from game one, Lakers Nuggets series?
Yeah, well, even though it was a game that kind of came down to the wire, I think the Lakers could have got like off to a better start, and that would have led them to have a better chance to finish. So my first question for you would just be like, how can the Lakers be more successful going into this game too?
Definitely, yeah. A lot of the problems that came with the Lakers was obviously with Jokic. I mean, dude damn near had a triple double in the first quarter, and when that happens, there's nothing the Lakers can do. So I think the Lakers are definitely gonna have to switch up their lineup a bit. I like how in the fourth quarter they were able to shut Jokic down a bit with putting Hachimura directly on him. Hachimura is a big guy too. He's like I think 6'8", 250. So he's a big guy there. And then we had AD in the paint who was kind of just standing in the paint waiting for if Jokic was to just turn like a little floater. He was right there for the contest. So I think definitely quieting Jokic down. And then, at the end of the day, the Nuggets did just hit a lot of crazy shots. I mean,
Mhm.
you see Jokic had that crazy like step back in AD's face to end the third quarter. Jamal had that too, which was almost a three in LeBron's face. So the Nuggets aren't going to play this well every game,
Mhm.
and for the Lakers to keep it so close after both Jamal and Jokic having 30, I think it actually is a good thing. This was one of the first times I actually wasn't too mad about a playoff loss because I thought the Lakers played pretty well. Um, yeah, additionally, like the role players for the Nuggets just definitely outperformed pretty much all the role players on the Lakers. I think other than Reeves and I guess Hachimura as well, who played pretty decent. But MPJ, KCP, Bruce Bound, they're all damn playing like they can be an all-star.
Yeah.
So that's not going to happen every game, but the Lakers are definitely going to have to shut down a couple of them because the whole starting lineup can have almost 20 points if we want to win.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure that in the playoffs, there's no such thing as a good loss. But I definitely think there were some key like learning points that the Lakers had during this game that they can really take to be successful going into this game too. I mean, like you mentioned, Jokic had 34, 21, and 5, which is like the fourth time that that's ever been done in NBA history in the playoffs. So he had a huge game overall. I think one of the main problems was just how lethargic the Lakers came out in that first quarter. Like the rebounding disparity between the two teams was crazy. And like you said, you saw those role players like Bruce Brown and Michael Porter Jr. and KCP, like all those guys were able to get going. Whereas the Lakers, it was really just LeBron and AD. I thought it was interesting how, especially in that first half, we really got to see a lot of like LeBron James bully ball, where he was just attacking the basket, backing players down. And I really felt that when he's like the focal point of the offense and he's able to get down into his spots in the key and then kick it out to his guys all around the paint, and they're able to get open shots, that's when they run best.
Yeah.
Um, One thing for me that kind of scares me going into this game too is that we've seen how inconsistent Anthony Davis can be throughout these playoffs. It seems like every other game is a dud, and he played amazing last night. 40 points, bunch of rebounds, was able to dish the ball out. And so, how do you feel about going into this game too when you're thinking as a Laker fan that you might not get that sort of game from Anthony Davis again?
Yeah, I mean, the way I see it, honestly, is the Lakers did not lose game one. The Nuggets just plain out won it. They had
Mhm.
100 points in the third quarter. It's like there's only so much you can do. Damn near came back as well in the fourth quarter, which made it interesting. But
Yeah.
the Lakers definitely are just gonna have to come off to a stronger start. We can't win a game when Jokic has like 20, 10, and 5 in the first quarter.
Yeah.
He's putting up crazy numbers that just like with Jokic playing like that, honestly, the Lakers could get swept. So the Lakers have to look to stop Jokic and kind of like I said, I think put Rui on Jokic to give AD a little more space in the paint to come step up. And additionally, I guess you actually called it. You said MPJ would be a big playmaker, and dude, Reeves is way too small to guard him.
Yeah.
Just plain and simple. So I think maybe the Lakers can put Vanderbilt somewhere in there. Yeah, I did. I think the main takeaway I have from game one is that the Lakers they can't play small ball. We started the game with Schroeder, Reeves, and D'Lo playing, and this is when we started our first quarter was the worst quarter. Like this is when AD, or sorry, this is when Jokic went off. He had his best quarter. So I definitely think we keep Vanderbilt. Honestly, we might starting Hachimura might be the best call.
Yeah. Just add
So
that
Darvinham
size.
definitely has he definitely has some decisions to make there. But yeah, I guess as for you, what are your predictions for Lakers Nuggets games two?
Yeah. It's definitely hard to say for me because if you would have looked at that game one, that first quarter, you would have thought that they had like a 7 game series with Golden State where they battled it out and retired. But they beat them in 6. And so they had ample rest going in. And I know, like, especially playing in Denver at that ball arena, the maybe the altitude got to them a little bit. So for me, it ultimately comes down to how they start. And if they can kind of match the Nuggets' intensity right off the bat, that first half, I really think down the stretch, especially when Jokic starts getting that rest, that they can be more successful and steal this game. But it all comes down to how they start, for me at least.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, the Lakers how I've seen it all year. They've always been like a third quarter team for some reason. Third quarter, they're always like comeback team, putting up more points. So definitely got to start stronger on the defensive side because Lakers are not going to win when the Nuggets are putting up 130 points. No matter even if they are close to coming back. I think it was actually pretty interesting because LeBron had a chance at the end of the game. He put up a three, and that could have tied the game.
Yeah.
And him missing that kind of ended it. Was a dagger. And I don't know. It kind of seemed like they gave up. But yeah, I think I don't know Jamal as well as Jamal Murray. He had 30. It seemed like he wasn't missing on anything. He would hit him and Jokic a little two-man game. Like Jokic has the screen up top. Schroeder would kind of get stuck behind him, and Jamal would just hit the easy three.
Yeah.
So maybe put Vanderbilt on Jamal Murray. Put Schroeder, take Schroeder off the bench, and go from there. I think that's what I'm thinking about Darvin Ham. As for predictions, I think this will be a lot slower of a game. I don't think both teams will put up 130 points again. You know,
Mhm.
that's damn near impossible. But as much as I hate to say it, I think the Nuggets got it. I think playing at home just gives you a big opportunity, just with the environment and just to get the win. So I do think the Nuggets will be 2-0 after tonight. I think it'll be a dogfight. I don't think it'll be a blowout at all. I
Mhm.
don't think AD will put up 40 again. Um, should we do points? You want to just do like a little points prediction?
Yeah. So
All
what is
right,
good for the Nuggets?
I'm gonna go. So for my game two predictions, I'm gonna go Lakers 108, Nuggets 114.
Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna hit the spread or not with -6. I haven't looked at the bets at all. But what do you got for your predictions?
I would say Lakers 101, Nuggets 117. I think that the Nuggets are going to come out to walk away with a win like they did in game one. It's definitely going to fuel them. I think the Lakers might be a little bit down bad with that how that first game went, especially how they climbed back all the way to almost get it and steal game one and then to lose.
Yeah,
I think that's going to be a big hit for them. And one thing I'm concerned with for the Lakers is that going down 0-2 to this team at home and not stealing a game, I mean, like the Suns did last series against the Nuggets, even if they win both of those games at home, you just you're doing all that work just to tie it up, and then you're going back to Ball Arena for Game 5. That's a tough series to win. So
I agree. I mean, it is just game one, you know. I think LeBron got a lot left in his fuel as much as an old man he looks at sometimes. I feel like you go into every series thinking it could be a game seven battle.
yeah,
So coming off one night's rest, that's just how it's going to be for the rest of the series. I think they should be used to the elevation by now, I guess. I'm not really sure too much how that works.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think the Nuggets will come off with a win again. But I'd be super happy if I'm wrong.
Yeah. I guess we'll have to see how this game goes tonight. But yeah,
Cool, bro. Well, I'm glad we did this. I'm excited to watch the game, and let's get back at it tomorrow for a little recap of the Heat and Celtics game one and preview for game two.
sounds good. See you then.
Peace.